There's some proper waves now. Oh,
boom! And that's the way we're kicking off episode 2 of the Pozo Trading Diaries. Did you see the landing on that thing? What? Yes, that was Adam Varchol, change sponsors this year. He's now on the T4A team. T4A, Ben? Who the hell are they? The T4A project? You're like, Ben, that looks like a Patrick sail and a Patrick board. Well, apparently the new name for the wave team now is the T4A project. I don't know, but tell me what you think it means in the comments below. Does anybody know what it means? But what I do know is the boys are going off. They've put together a hell of a team, and I tell you what, it's pretty Gran Canaria based because the main man, Mr. John Sky, if you've been following the news, you will know he now has switched from RRD to Patrick or T4A, and that is what he is heading up. He's put together a pretty solid team. So we've got this man. Yes, Adam Varchol. We saw him landing that back loop off the lip to open the show. What a back loop that is. I've got to ask you, what score would you give that? What score would you give that? Is it a wave ride? How much does it count? Honestly, let me know in the comments below. It was super interesting because actually at the end of that wave, he actually fell off the last move. How does it count? I'm genuinely interested, so let me know. They've got Alessio Stilrich. I haven't seen him much on the water the last days. I've kind of been out of sync with him, but I got some earlier footage from before the comp, and it looks like he is getting to grips with the new gear. He's had a few changes in the last years, obviously coming from Simmer and then Bruges, and now he's on the T4A project. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to follow that journey. You know, had a nasty injury here in Pozo a few years ago, came back strong, and it'd be interesting to see where he comes this year. But like I said, looking at the videos, he's got the moves. Has he got the big moves? Has he been practicing the push forwards? Again, I've not been watching, so I don't know, but he's definitely got the doubles and all the wave moves. Who else have they got? Leon Jammer, I haven't seen him here this year. Is he competing? I think he's just going to be one of those hellman who chases the forecast and just goes, you know, on the big days. Could be wrong, could be wrong. We've obviously still got Sammy Ferrero. Yeah, Sammy Ferrero, one of the young up-and-comers, been on the Patrick team for a bit, so he stays in that T4A program. We've also got Simon Tula. Yeah, Simon Tula from Denmark, still part of the project. I've probably missed someone. There's probably someone obvious. Yes, the Kiefers. Carlos Kiefer, who is an absolute unit now. This little kid who we first started following in Pozo 10 years ago maybe, I don't know, it feels like that long ago. He was like this little tiny kid on this tiny sail. He's now an absolute beast, and he was throwing down moves the other day, going for push forwards. I think he broke a boom on one of them. He's been going big. I don't know how much he's been sailing, but since I've been filming, he's been absolutely having it. And then Alexia Kiefer is another new rider on the T4A project. I mean, there is a lot of riders. I haven't seen her sail yet. I saw her go in the water the other day. Apparently she's studying hard. She's got another exam, I think, so she's been super busy with studying, but we know what she can deliver. So it's going to be an exciting event for these guys, and can they get, you know, some really notable result. But like I say, Varchol, I've been following him the last days, and I like his style. I've got to be honest, like, there's certain riders I warm to, and I just like the way he's loose off the top, really late hits. You know, his bottom turn, it's like a fall down the line, bottom turn up, and he's been busting out the moves. I think I saw a wave the other day. He was like 2 tackers on it, just really flowing. And I like that. I like that. I've got to give a shout out to Skyboy though, because Skyboy, team boss now, has entered the Masters. This Masters could be interesting. I've actually entered this year. I haven't really done much practice, but you know, whatever. I think I know how to sail Pozo. I'll probably get a shock when I turn up in the heat with not much practice, but Skyboy has been out there practicing. So I've been keeping a keen eye. And he was sailing out. When Adam got that back loop off the lip, he was sailing out, like had front row seats. You're like, he's probably thinking, oh my God. And I think he got inspired, because the next run, Yeah, not quite as good as Adams, but he's going for it. What is he? He must be 50. Is he 50 this year? Is he already 50, Skyboy? Rocking it on. I've seen a couple of the other masters going around, obviously Mike Friedel as well, but again, it's been really difficult to pick everyone out. It's been so busy on the water, and you can only film so much. But another Friedel who's been going for it is Mike Friedel Jr. He has obviously joined a new team this year. The Friedels are both on duotone. So yeah, the duotone team were pretty much out there the other day testing and shooting together, it looked like. So we had Liam Dunkerbeck, obviously son of Bjorn Dunkerbeck, you all know that, and then Mike Friedel Jr. going toe to toe, and it was like, you know, Friedel would go out, he'd do a forward, and it was like, oh, nice. And then Dunkerbeck behind him, boom, bigger forward. I love that sort of riding. And then I saw Liam Dunkerbeck going for the push loop forwards. I can't remember if I got any on film, but I went down to film it and I saw, you know, you can see when someone goes for a push loop if they want that forward. And then I saw Mike Friedel Jr. pull the pin a couple of times. Again, the ones I got were pretty hardcore landing. And Friedel Jr. has been supporting a pretty tasty looking hat. It's like some Desert Storm hat with the, you know, with the thing down the back. I was thinking, that's pretty cool, man, pretty cool. But then after that push forward, I think he spent a good 2, maybe 3 minutes trying to get that hat back on. So there are downsides to wearing a hat. And talking of push forwards, we've got to talk about Miguel Chapuis. I featured him in the last episode, you know, crashing a few push forwards. And he got me on the beach, said, hey, Ben, hey, man. He doesn't talk like that. He said, what are you doing putting all my crashes in? I said, why, I didn't get one. And he said, hey, look at this, look at this. So I'm like, okay, I'll film now. Go out and do some. He didn't do any. You called me out, you better go and bust him out. So unless he sent me one, that's his best effort. I'm calling you out, Miguel. You've got a couple of days till the comp. I want to see a clean push forward. A clean push forward. Come on, son. But the North team have been having it. I thought I saw Miguel Chapuis busting out the doubles. I think, oh, their doubles are getting good. It's not Miguel Chapuis. No, it's not. It's young Ryomi. Ryomi, is that how you say it? Takuma Sugi's younger brother. He's been in the juniors. I don't actually know his age, but he's super young. Is he 16, 17? Wow. Busted out like 2 pretty solid doubles when I was watching the other day, and some other pretty tasty stuff. So Ryomi, you've got to watch these young kids. You've got to watch these young kids. Another young kid who's been pushing. He won his age category last year. Yannick. Yeah, one of the, you know, the young Simmer team. You've seen the sort of brothers. There's 3 of them. So I think we've got Eric, who's the smallest. What is he? I'm going to get the ages wrong. Are they 10? Is he in 10? Is he in double figures yet? He was on a 2-2 the other day, like sending it. Then we got Dennis, who's the next oldest. Again, I'm going to get these ages wrong. Is he 13, 12? I'm going to put the actual ages on the screen. I'm going to do my homework. And then we got Yannick, and Yannick's the older one. And I've seen him progressing. I was just filming the other day, and he stood out because he was just relentless in his pursuit for the push loop. Yes, and the reason I obviously noticed this, because this is how I teach push loops on the Send It Academy. What, you don't know what the Send It Academy is? When we do our coaching clinics in Cape Town. We've actually just put out the dates for Cape Town this year. So if you like the look of this, or you fancy getting involved with the Send It Academy, get in touch on the website. Just go to coaching and fill in the details, because we have got some spare spaces at the moment. They won't last long. But let's go back to the push loop technique. So my push loop technique, and it looks like the same as he's trying, maybe he's watched my video, is basically the push loop spin where you let go with the backhand. And in really windy conditions on small gear, this can be an absolute, like, great intro into feeling the rotation. I tell you what, you know, he was having a couple and then he landed an absolute perfect one. I totally missed it. Yeah, I totally missed it. I saw it, clean as you like, and I was like, oh, bugger. But he did get a couple on camera. You can see they're not the best landings, but you get the feel, you get the rotation. And mark my words, by the end of this trip, I bet you he is absolutely pulling off perfect push loops. It's just part of that process. You can see he just feels comfortable now with the rotation. Then you can keep both hands on, you can push it out. So really interesting to see that progression. That was literally in a day I was watching him, and I just filmed like bang, 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 bang. It was really, really cool to see. So we like that. And talking to the Send It Academy, guess who I spotted the other day? You remember this guy? Yes, Tobias. He comes on the Send It Academy every year in Cape Town. I saw him in Pozo. I'm like, what are you doing here? He goes, Ben, it is so hot in Germany. We had to just get out of there. I saw the forecast, it looked windy. We got on a plane last minute, just like, get out of Germany, it's too hot. And guess where he's renting from? Pozowinds! Of course he's renting from Pozowinds. It's, in my opinion, the best shop in Pozo. They've got all the Goya gear, and to be fair, Tobias is a bit of a Goya freak, so he, you know, no doubt he come to Pozowinds. They've also got the duotone stuff, they've got some simmer stuff as well, but Pozowinds is definitely the shop to go to. When you think of Pozo, Pozowinds. They can also organise accommodation. They've got obviously the website, they've got the webcam. As I was saying the other day, I was in the hotel looking at the webcam going, oh, is it good enough yet? I think I'll go down the beach. So check out the website, check out Pozowinds, and a massive big up to them for supporting the Training Diaries for about the 15th year in a row. Absolute legends, legends. Okay, what else have we got? Well, I think we got a bit of this. Yeah, this is extreme kite flying. What? It's terribly filmed. I couldn't get the focus, but there was a guy flying a kite. I kind of went over to film Philip Koska because he was just turning up, and I'm like, is that a guy flying a kite? Yes, it is a guy flying a kite. Absolute craziness. Craziness. Also, I said I was going to put the girls in this episode, but to be honest, it's been absolutely relentlessly windy. I've been dying. I've hardly had a session myself. So I think some of the lighter riders have been choosing different times to go on the water. And I really haven't really seen many of the girls. So they've been going pretty late, I think, like 8 o'clock at night. And I'm absolutely wrecked by then. But they do have a new documentary out. Have you seen the new documentary? Absolutely cinema-ready, this thing. It is absolutely first class. If you haven't checked it out, it is on Windsurfing.TV website. All the new videos automatically upload to Windsurfing.TV. So if you are struggling to find the new windsurfing videos or where they might be, just go to the website. They're all there, chronological order, and the new episode should be out tomorrow when I'm filming this. So maybe by the time you're watching this, episode 2 could be out, and it kind of documents last year's Pozo competition and all the girls, the background story, and it's just a really great series. It's a bit late. We could have done with it a couple of weeks ago, but better late than never, I say. And you know, really good job to the girls for putting this all together. I think you can support the project, so check that out. We've also got to cover this old bugger. Yes, this guy, look at him, still smiling, still got the biggest balls in Pozo. Ponds, yes, look at this. What? Stall doubles at 42 years old. And there's a few of you out there go, 42, Ben, that's a spring chicken. 42 to be doing that sort of height with those sort of landings is absolutely ridiculous. The man is the hardest working man in Pozo. He's there filming, he's doing his coaching, he's doing his stuff, and then he's going on the water and absolutely killing it. So massive big up to Ponds as ever. And then I've got to finish because there's been so much happening. It's impossible to cover everything. I'm missing loads of stuff and loads of people. We're going to try and mention a few more. Antoine Martin, got to mention him. Spoke to him yesterday. He was like this. He's like, all right, Ben. I could hardly move. Landed, what did he say landed? Was it a push forward or a double or something? Landed a bit wrong, or he landed something wrong, but he said he couldn't move. So he's been in the physio. So he's not looking in good shape at the moment, but that guy will bounce back, no doubt about it. We've got some of the youth. I saw Javi, who's obviously the world champ last year in the youth category, going for doubles the other day. I think it was him. Costa's caddy, Dr. Windsurf coach, whatever you want to call him. I had a bit of a shock. I saw him next to Moritz Maug yesterday with this crazy shifty. I was like, what the who's that? I thought it was some young freestyler. It's not. It's Jorge. I was like, oh my God, fair play. Yeah, so that was pretty cool to see. And then, as I mentioned, then Moritz Maug. We got to talk about this fella. He is absolutely off the frickin' scale. Have you seen some of his wave moves? And again, I'll put some wave moves in here and he'll say to me, oh, you didn't put the good ones in. They're just massive goiters. He is the king of the goiter. It just goes double the height of everyone else. It's ridiculous, ridiculous. You know, 360s. He like does sometimes two on one wave. he just goes into orbit. I've hardly seen him leave the water on the way out. Actually, that's a lie, because we did do Moritz jump cam the other day. It took a while, but I finally found this. It's a Moritz Malk doing a back loop. Oh my God, the crowd got wild. We've seen Moritz Malk practice a jump. You don't usually see him jump unless it's in competition, honestly, absolutely crazy. So there you go, that is it, that is episode 2 done and dusted. I'm going back to my sports hotel in Montefeliz. Yes, these guys are looking after me for the competition and the event. They're sponsoring the event, so if you do fancy staying somewhere, you don't fancy staying in Pozo, I know a lot of you like to stay in Pozo, be in the action, I get it. I do it a lot, but I have to say, going out of the wind, there is a different side to Gran Canaria. And again, some of you won't like it, some of you will like it, but it is kind of nice. You drive 10 minutes away and the wind stops. It's like peace at the end of the day. I was like editing last night going, it was absolutely epic. So if you have got family that don't like the wind, but they still want to come on holiday with you and they want you to just, you know, go out there and send your stuff and then come back with a big smile on your face. So yeah, there is other stuff going on. So check out those guys. I went out this morning, there's a sports zone, they're all doing the aerobics and all that. And yeah, they look like they're having a lovely time. So right, that's it for this episode. Will I get another one before the show? Maybe I'll do a Moves That Matter. I've been threatening that for a few years. I don't know, but there's only one thing left to say, that no matter where you are in the world, don't forget to send it. Oh, before I forget, if you are a member of Windsurfing.TV, you absolute legends, but you're not on the new website, you need to change over, because we've got some really cool stuff coming. The skill tracker is nearly ready and it will be available to members of Windsurfing.TV. So if you chipped in beer money like these absolute legends, you'll be able to access the skill tracker. And we've got some really cool stuff coming. We're going to get you guys to do some testing because it's quite early stages, and then we'll use that feedback to make it better and keep getting better through the years. But you need to be on the website, so it needs to be all keyed in. So if you're on a PayPal, just cancel it, go to the website, start up a new beer money membership thing, and then it will all become clear. If you have any problems, get on the website and send me a message and I'll try my best to answer you, but it's going to be some busy times here in Pozo. All right, that is it. Hopefully the sound is good because it's pretty bloody windy right now. And I'll leave you with a few crazy scenes from the end of yesterday. Pare going off, Marino going off, just everyone going off. I'll leave you with those scenes. You know, Marino's got the speed on. Oh, he thought about it.
Like a microphone in the judges' tower.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, hello. Marino and Mark. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, a dodgy takeoff. Wow, the better choice was Marino. Ooh.